Good evening, citizens of Gotham and all the ships at sea. As any moviegoer knows, music can be the emotional impact in any story. Outworlder 2 and the upcoming sequels are going to feature a much larger musical variety than you ever saw in the Outworlder-Ultimate edition. Part of the reason for that is due to guitar soloist Josh Miller, who dropped by this evening to lay out a few riffs. His music is going to show up from time to time with orchestrated pieces I also received from Premium Beats to create a more dramatic result. Now, for those of you who are interested in becoming or music students with plans for composing for film, television, or computer games, this video might provide some inspiration and knowledge as to how that creative process works. Enjoy!
See something like that?
Uh-huh.
And if you can use it, we'll lay it down. We'll put it on the side.
I got that. I can put record here, and she's recording now.
Okay. Can you hear it all right?
Let's see, well,
Can we do a check test? Yeah.
well, she's getting readings right here.
Is she? Okay. We just use that?
Yeah, see how I recorded. And she's recording now.
Can you hear it all right?
So, well,
Can we do a check test? Yeah.
well, she's getting readings right here.
Is she? It does sound crisp.
Yeah, Horn Cardon speakers. So that'd be good for a dialogue scene,
You like that?
because the music isn't overbearing, it doesn't drown
Alright.
out dialogue.
Okay.
You can play it in the back.
So I guess you got a program where you just loop that, don't you?
Actually, you can just hit that button right there and just keep running it over and over and over until it... I'm gonna go back and do a save on this, and then we'll record something else. Let's see. So I delete off the part we were talking.
Yeah, see that part there? I can try it again and just do that.
No, I won't have to. Let's see, we'll just play it, start it back here. Then, let's see, we'll go from here, and she's recording now.
Can you hear it all right?
Let's see, well,
Can we do a check test? Yeah.
well, she's getting readings right here.
Is she?
Yeah. There we go. Just take this part here and just sandwich that in. So really with this, you just put a save on this like that.
Okay.
And then you take it straight to, you just jump the thing to iTunes.
Right on.
And then you get a playback on that also. So this is what it'll sound like when it gets to iTunes. So when you hear the movie.
Oh, okay.
See, I just ended off the part where you're talking real quick. Bang, done. Yeah, that worked nice for like a dialogue scene or something like that.
Okay.
You know, you want to put a bit of drama into the thing. Yeah.
Like something like a dialogue, like something's intense type of dialogue, or what kind
Oh
of
yeah.
dialogue?
There's a few scenes in there where I can use them probably. And then the good thing about this is once you save the thing in iTunes,
Yeah.
you click on it, use it over and over and over again.
Really?
No, yeah, it's like one of these things where you just fire once and it's going forever. This thing's very Okay, let's start with a brand new one now. Save that one. Okay, I got a fresh board. Yeah, you can start anytime you want.
We're gonna do it again.
Oh, whatever. Yeah, whatever. I got first one record is Josh Miller Project 1.
Okay.
Let's do 2, 3, 4, however many you got.
I'll tell you what, we'll give another go
Okay.
of that tapping one,
Uh-huh.
and I'll just kind of ad lib after that, and you can throw some stuff together.
All right. That's cool. There's just a little chaos into it.
Now I want to see I do that one part I said that I had for an intro.
Uh-huh.
For the longest time, I never really knew. I can find it on my pick.
We were finished recording this one. I'll do a save on this. There we go. Because I was thinking, you know, even if you use them for Outworlder,
yeah.
I could also that piece you just did.
Yeah.
Imagine if we did that in a for one of the comedy club specials.
Oh.
Yeah. Remember how they, some of the college bars and whatnot, they play those. They play that music back then, and they get the they play like behind the act is talking or whatever. And yeah. So you could even use it for one of those, which would be interesting. Just need to get this one. There we go. Alright.
Alright, you ready?
Yeah. There we go. Shut this one off first. That's it. Okay, this. the ending of Outworlder 3.
Do what?
Yeah, that's the ending of Outworlder 3.
You think so?
Yeah, when Outworlder and Diva go into that fluidic space dimension to meet the aliens that there's that huge misunderstanding with, and
yeah,
they're about this close to war.
Right.
Oh yeah, there's Outworlder 3. That's the end right there. That's
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's like it's
see, because I was thinking because I had this riff forever. never really knew what to do with it because I always put it with other stuff, and I was like, it doesn't quite. The mood changes.
It's supposed to.
And I didn't like I didn't like pushing stuff with it.
Same on that. You ever watch Space 1999? Well, yeah, but in their second season they had music kind of like that.
Yeah?
Yeah, I mean, it sounded very surrealistic and psychedelic.
Huh.
I mean, it was really a head trip. Listen to it. We get a save on this first. We get this thing right here. Whoops. Outstanding.
Are you recording on this?
Yeah, I'm saving what you just did right now. So don't start another one just yet. Still gonna save that one. Save that. Share this. And the good thing about putting them on iTunes is you can, once it's saved on there, you can use them numerous times.
Now, why do you put them on iTunes? Is that so they...
Well, because it happens when you put it on iTunes. You see, you do it in GarageBand, you save it there, then you also move it over to iTunes, and that's where you can also sample. See how it's going to sound. Now, it happens once it's in iTunes. The reason you put it there is because when you use Final Cut Pro, which is your editing program for audio and video, well, it takes it can take sound effects and stuff like that, and also music, either from stuff that's already stored in Final Cut Pro's own sound library, or from iTunes, which is stuff you download or record elsewhere. Like when I do the voices, they all go to iTunes. Start recording right now.
Okay, let me...
Anytime you're ready. Yeah, I finished.
But yeah, let me see if something else.
Yeah, I'm going to save that one real quick, then we'll start another.
I used that same kind of piece in the first thing you recorded, but I kind of expounded on that a little bit.
Let's do a quick save on that. Move it over to iTunes. Because like iTunes means it's becoming your own like sound library.
Right on.
You know, what you can put in the other ones you have it.
What kind of scenes, like, give me some inspirations.
Okay, well, let's see. Like, what happens? I had let's see. I had some scenes like inside the hospital where they're trying to figure out, how Diva did the psychic damage and stuff like that. You know, because like some parts of it happens when she's in beneath REM sleep. It triggers an array of psionic weapons that she hasn't used since the war.
Okay.
You know how some people have like those. Remember how I told you, some people have those submerged memories and whatnot.
Yeah.
They try not to think about them when they're conscious, but when they're in dream state, they come busting out without control, and that also.
So like you could start something like a normal, and like you say it again, run through that spiel again.
Yeah, but what happens? You can start off with something running very slowly. And then all of a sudden, you get the character going in a REM sleep. All of a sudden, things get very chaotic. You start seeing readings, jot all over the place. Then you gotta wonder what array this person's psionic weapons.
So you could go from like soft to something a little crazy. Like you might go.
Yeah, we could. Yeah, here we go.
do something like that. See, I get thinking about like when I was doing it, because you kind of want something that gets chaotic.
Right.
So I was like, maybe like a new guitar student when they're playing, they don't really know what they're playing, but they just know they're playing.
Right. The
feel
fingers are moving around. It's like the fingers are searching more than anything else.
Yeah.
They're searching, or they're trying to figure out what keys they want to hit. And they're trying to figure it out. Oh, this sounds good. I'll keep making that sound.
Right. And then when I was like, well, when this works with this, I want to work that together. So that's kind of was my mindset with it.
Yeah, we're bringing it over to iTunes now.
Okay, and hopefully you can cut and paste and get something out of it.
That's kind of what we do with it. You know, you can take. Well, sometimes what else you can do is you can take a piece of one. You can take a piece of one and patch it in with another one.
Yeah.
Or you put, like when you do the sound edit, you might have a patch of one here, and a patch of one other one beneath it.
Okay.
But when a person hears it by the ears, they're not aware there's 2 or 3 soundtracks in there. All they hear is one. Like one might end and the other one might begin over here, so they meld in like that.
That makes sense, dude.
Well, yeah, it happens. Let's see on that. What happens is so you have, in a sense, what you have is one piece melding into another one, and the viewer themselves, well, they don't hear it as 2 or 3 different pieces starting. They think it's just one. You know. Let's start again. Here we go.
Something like that. Try to add some little bit of craziness in there.
Yeah, what else they're good for? Is like when you do those documentaries and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They're good for. There's a fantastic piece on Harlan Ellison, and he's got music playing almost throughout the thing, and it really came out well for him there. You just put the save on this. Very cool. Let me say that one real quick.
Did you record that?
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm just going to do a minute or two to save everything.
Right
So what
on.
you do is you put a file here, save that. And this is the. You can save it once in GarageBand, and you share it over to iTunes also.
All right. All right.
And then what also happens is, before long, it'll do a file update and end up on that backup hard drive out there too.
Right on.
So they kind of duplicate files. That's how we keep from losing anything. See, it's.
That little part right there, that was something else. That's an Ozzy song.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Cool.
I was just playing around. So any of that stuff, I probably played some copyrighted material. So just disregard.
Oh, you want to delete that one then?
Yeah.
Okay. Pop that one off.
Yeah. Let me listen to some of it.
All right. Let's see. Let me pull these back up. Let's see. Pull this over here. Get iTunes back up. Scroll down here. And what we just did, the one we just did is the 9th one.
I can do that one better. I'm gonna do that again, but I can do it better.
Okay, well, let's shut this one off and start again here. And sing that one real quick.
See, I used to do it like the ending part like this here. Just like. But I kind of like the dissonance when I drop it, change the tuning.
Yeah, it's a bit
and do it like this.
To it.
Check like this. See that third in there, the D and the third is a minor sound. That kind of drops out there.
Yeah, the good thing about what you're doing is you can also use them for a lot of dialogue scenes, because you know how some music.
See, and that's kind of what I was thinking going into this. Yeah.
Because they slam too much. Sometimes you hear some music they put in nowadays. They slam in so much percussions that if an actor has a bass tone, they mesh each other out. And it makes a horrendous amount of noise. But if you're gonna have something that goes like a pot boiler.
Yeah.
There's just seeds beneath there. Just add something of a current underneath everything, and it just kind of gives people we can put a viewer on edge or something like that.
Right.
Something's going to happen, or there's something boiling what this person's saying. Because the great thing about recording these now is I can use these. I mean, we're doing Outworlder-2 now, but I've got about 15 of them really.
Really?
Yeah.
So what do you like about that one that you said was the ending of Outworlder-3?
Well, that one. What's good about that one is, we can play it again if you like. Yeah. So we'll call that one back up. Because I thought about that. I thought, yeah, we could do something with that. We could definitely do that. But here here it is. Yeah, it's Josh Miller Project 3, Outworlder-3, Meet the Enemy, and let's see. Here we go. So you leave normal space,
right?
You go into fluidic space where the enemy is, and it looks great. You think about this, fluidic space. We're used to seeing space just black, but if it's heavy nebula, heavy gas discharges, it's going to look fluidic. It's going to have one gas mush into another.
All right.
You got this mesh of gases and static electricity going off. And then you have these ships emerging through the clouds.
Okay.
There you go.
All right, I dig that.
Yeah, it's like they stop right here. And these ships just come out of the clouds and start swarming around them and stuff like that.
All right,
there it is. Because you leave the oratory instrumental music behind, you drop into fluidic space, you're dropping into what's considered enemy space, and yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah, I dig that.
That'll work. That'll definitely work in that area.
I'm going to play some covers, so you can't really use any of this stuff.
Oh, okay.
But it's just going to keep me getting, and eventually I'm going to break off into something.
It's going to meld into something, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you told me I can start recording then.
Okay. Let me hear the beginning of it. So I think you cut it off just enough time.
Okay. Yeah, we'll take it back and we'll start all over again. Then here we go.
Well, let me just hear it for the beginning of it so I can see if you got any other stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, we're gonna do a save on that real quick. Just take a moment.
And see, you can use that, kind of. Now, do you see anything for that one?
Let's see. Well, it's as good as this out here. Because there's one in part of. Oh yeah, there was one I had for Outworlder 6. Now the thing is, Outworld and Diva don't really show up until the end.
Okay.
What happens is you got
in 6.
In 6, yeah. What happens is they go to it mostly concerns this crew of people. And you remember how Henry David Thoreau wanted to leave society?
Yeah.
He was wanting to get out of Boston, out of the political rat race and everything. So what he ended up doing was he ended up building a house near what's called Walden Pond. It was a lake, and where he was smart is he built it not far from what was considered a highway, which is basically just a 2-lane dirt road back then.
Okay.
That's a highway, but it's much wider now. But what ended up happening was Thoreau moves out there, and you give him a chance to write what he wanted and clear his head and stuff like that.
Right on.
But he could always walk just a few blocks distance up to where he could get to the highway and catch a carriage ride in town. So I got this group in Outworlder 6. They do the same thing. They're sick of all the politics and the nonsense of Earth. They're sick of how messed up the whole thing is. So they take this ship, very old ship, and to go toward this planet, which they'd sent unmanned probes to it before. So they knew there was life on it when they found it.
Right.
They get there, they land, and they end up finding out, wait a minute, there's no life inside this water. I mean, it's water, it'll take a bunch of thirst, there's no nutrients in it. And wait a minute, it's not supposed to be fall for another 5 months. The trees are all dead. Then they start looking around. The animals are all dead. Wait a minute, something wiped out everything on here.
Right on.
The grass is starting to go too. And they realize, oh damn, they started taking soil samples. We'd have to dig 9 feet down to find some soil we could use.
No kidding.
This whole thing got sabotaged. So what ends up happening is this other ship comes in, and this crew of aliens beam down. They say, okay, you're in a desperate situation. Things are looking really lousy for you. But I'll tell you what, you give us a little entertainment, Because these are very voyeuristic people. They don't leave their planet or their homes very much. Because they do almost everything with avatars, and they do almost everything online. So they're the biggest bunch of couch potatoes you've ever seen in your life. But what happens is they also don't enjoy much of anything anymore. So what they do is they send this crew out there of people to find conflict and drama and suffering in other people. Right. And they mercurially, live through these people. So they start telling these people, look, they tell these humans, okay, look, you let us borrow off your suffering, but you're going through all this drama, and providing you live long enough, maybe we'll get you out of here. Well, what happens is, these people start going through all their worst desperation, start thinking about the worst things that ever happened to them. Well, they got these pods connected to their foreheads, right, picking up all their thoughts and broadcasting to the ship, which broadcasts them out there to those couch potatoes.
No kidding.
Yeah, and what happens is it's sucking the life out of them. And they forget to eat, they forget to drink, they forget to anything. They're going to end up dying just like the planet. They're parasites.
Okay. It kind of sounds like
they're parasites. Is
what they did in Batman and Robin, or Batman Forever with the Riddler, and how he's.
Yeah, but those people can still turn the TV off and get up and go away if they want to. It's like, okay,
these people are hooked.
Well, yeah, but people aren't hooked on TV. But they realize when the alarm goes off, they got to go to work. They go. These guys are just catatomically stuck there. So then the Outworlder drops down. Oh, you want drama? You want pain? You want suffering? I'll give it 484 years of it. Puts it on his own head. It gets beamed over to them, and what ends up happening is they end up living through everything he's lived through and seen some of the worst crap that can be done anywhere. Some of them end up having aneurysms and killing over dead. Others of them get hopelessly addicted to it. Others of them curl up in a ball, and they're just catatonic.
Damn.
And I figured that'd be cool. You just run the stuff, seething at the end of the whole thing,
right?
Underneath all the dialogue. Then people wonder, okay, something's building up to something here,
right?
It wouldn't be music playing. Something's going to build up, and then bang, something happens.
Gotcha.
But yeah, it's mostly cerebral. Most people, they're just standing there like trees,
Hey, you got something I can drink?
Oh yeah, it's dry in here, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, what you do is, I put them on Facebook last night. There's one picture I've had forever, and
does it take long to upload something like that to Facebook?
It can, yeah. It really it can take quite a while, and when you go on YouTube, it can take, depending on how long it is, it could take several hours. And
okay. Well, I know you said something about YouTube before. Took damn near the whole night while you were sleeping.
Right, exactly. So they can take an extremely long time, but they can take 3-6 more hours depending on So it's they can take quite a while, and then the let's see, no. Well, here's the two I was going to put on for. Yeah, I made these as like business cards. You can step over there and see them from here. Okay. The screen. What happens?
Well, actually, I can see it down here.
Yeah, exactly. And what I do is I just what happens.
I like the one on the right.
Yeah, that one's this picture up here. We just
that's cool. And we just I mean how you put
the print sideways.
Print sideways, yeah.
Yeah, because it's supposed to, you have to look at it and think, okay, you're supposed to read it this way, then you read it that way, and you move it around a bit. And see that backwards one, that's the one I use to make the patches for the jacket, for the shirts and jackets and stuff.
Yeah, it is.
And then I can, so I can always just revert that back around again. But what happens is I'll be making business cards like this. And what we'll do is we'll take those. They'll be in my Outworlder uniform and my brother's Squadron Zero uniform. All right. And so when we meet people, you can just hand off the business cards, and they can just easily as soon as they see the Facebook or the YouTube logo, they know type in Gotham Filmworks. These are the two movies they'll find there. I'm the one who made them. And then of course what happens with these kind of things is you don't want to tell them everything you've got on there. No. What you want them to do is discover it. So you think, okay, we found this Outworld Ultimate Edition, Outworld Diva Rising. Oh look, You got Camelot, the epilogue. What's that about the play? No, it's about the Kennedy assassination. You know, and then he's got a couple of stand-up comedy pieces on there, a couple of documentaries about Outworlder,
So hey,
the novels, everything. Yeah,
that's killer.
It's gonna be, yeah.
Did you say you're gonna do some more stand-up?
Oh yeah, in fact, I was gonna use some of that guitar stuff in there too, because it's supposed to be live at Gotham University.
Yeah.
Well, you go to universities, you're always gonna hear somebody strumming a guitar somewhere. So I figured
you'd be like, this guy is just playing guitar and I couldn't do anything, and you're in the background.
Yeah.
You know, or something.
Yeah, well, I think it is that most people, when they do something like that, what they're going to do is they're going to they end up you're in a bar setting. If you're not really in a real bar, if you're just in a green screen look I got on the other side of this wall, you're either putting in the sound of clinking glasses or sound of people talking in the background. But yeah, guitar is even better. It goes, oh yeah, that definitely sells college bar. You know,
right?
Yeah, and then you have the occasional strobe light flickering here and there, and like somebody walking in front of a light or something like that.
Right.
And they kind of get that idea, so that kind of sells it, yeah, that could definitely work out. So the stuff I got off I got all this stuff I just recorded off you on iTunes here, and it is let's see.
You got them titled?
Yeah, what I did is I titled them all Josh Miller Project. So you got 1 through 11.
All right.
And so I can just click on whatever one I need. And the thing is, when you use Final Cut Pro, what happens is you get the you turn that thing on. Takes a while to activate though. But after you finish editing all your video, what you're going to do next is you're going to you're going to activate your audio editing. And what's great about that is you end up you get your bars down there, and then what you can do is you can put in your sound. You can do it levels. You can even make them seem to overlap each other. And
that'd be kind of wicked.
Well, what happens is because you hear one sound meld into another. Like one fades down and one raises up.
Yeah.
Or you can have a piece of sound effect raised down and music raise up. That's even better. So one just fades into another.
Right.
And that always gets interesting. But it takes quite a while to do because you're going to watch it the whole movie 8 or 9 times.
Yeah.
Before anybody else does. Because what happens, when I fixed up the Outworlder-Ultimate edition, I had to cut. People were telling me the original form was too long because I made it more like an art project and less like a talking like a action movie.
Okay.
So I just cut all the action scenes down. That was 21 minutes gone.
Jesus.
Yeah, we did. Instead of putting them on for like a picture on, it was on for like 10 seconds or 15 seconds. Nah, cut it down to 5. Let them get a quick look, then bang, into the next, into the next. As long as there's not dialogue playing through, you just cut them down to 3, 4, 5 seconds. They're faster that way. You can just blast in some sound effects, some music cues and whatnot. So, the Outworlder-Ultimate edition, as a result of it, that thing moves like a bullet train compared to the first one.
Right.
And what happens is when you get into the second one, we got much more music selection now. And also, I've been working on some of the voice work. And what happens, I got some of those saved also. Now, what I do with some of these is I got a few pieces. Like I got this one. I have my voice and also some text-to-speech software.
All right.
Yeah. So I'm not always talking to myself. I got this one here. Let's see. Got one that starts off as when there's a broadcast going on.
Yeah.
And the Verasans are broadcasting they've captured an Earth ship. So I got that right here.
This message is being translated into over 44,000.
You did that? Or you got that off?
Well, what I did, I used my own voice, but I used what they call a robot vocal. Use different filters. See, the ones you just did was with a narration filter, so it just sounds straight. You can also do a robot filter that sounds like this, or a telephone sound, or another one that sounds like an echo if you use a speaker.
Break it down.
That sounds wicked.
Oh yeah.
This display of violence and justice.
I got one that sounds like it comes off a police loudspeaker.
Subspace communications affiliate.
It's got a. It's
Why did you do
cool
attack
intro.
us? This is a colony ship. We came in peace.
And you were foolish to have done so. You, Captain Bourdain.
So I tried to imitate the voice of actor John Colicos from Errand of Mercy, the Star Trek episode. Yeah, and that one worked out pretty good.
Your government.
But
Should your government
what's also good is how
not
tightly you can edit them in on
surrender
with this
along the
garage
Western
band.
border,
This was all done yesterday.
You will all be killed. Your deaths will be broadcast on subspace radio, where citizens of 1,000 worlds will see what happens to those who illegally enter our space.
Your forces attacked my ship and tractor beamed us down here.
Yes, and your ship's remains will be put on display to inspire Vorasa's next generation of
What was
warriors
great also is that
to believe that the known
the final-
I like that.
galaxy is
Darn,
ours
it's your fate to try
take.
something new.
Your planet is equal
Yeah,
to
but
our
amateurs
saving.
built
You
the ark,
plundered its
but
resources
built
and poisoned it with
the
rampant
idea.
industry. Instead
Yeah,
of
I'm willing to
holding
give it
us
all for
hostage,
Christmas.
why not let us
I
show you
bet.
how we built our own Earth over 3 centuries ago? This does not have to
Alright,
end with
anyway,
bloodshed on either side.
We'll try something.
Clever.
Are you getting the guitar?
Yeah.
Cool.
This message is being
Shut this down. There we go. I'll get the garage band open back up again.
Your dog cracks me up.
Yeah, she's a little riot.
She's sitting there and looking at me like, well, who are you and what are you even doing here? You know? Alright, I'm gonna warm up a little bit, so I'm gonna use some. I'll let you know when I hit record.
Okay. Cool.
Yikes. Yeah, that was an Ozzy thing.
Oh, okay.
So,
You just have to warm your fingers up?
yeah. That's Ozzy too. Let's try this.
Okay, ready?
Yep. another scene.
Okay, let's see. Was that what you just did? That could be for negotiations just broke down.
Okay.
You know, the one that happens just before the massacre happens?
What, this here?
What you just did? Yeah. That was it. Negotiations broke down. Let the massacre begin. So we can definitely use it for something like that. Or I could also use it in Outworlder 3 when they travel to. You know how they have those brand new cities they built in China?
Yeah.
But nobody can afford to bloody live in them. I mean, they built these cities for the Chinese middle class. Yeah, they got a middle class, but no one can afford to live there.
All right.
You know,
fair enough.
what happens when those cities go to waste? Well, naturally, a covert operation will take those cities over, and they'll start building, doing illegal weapons experiments and stuff like that beneath them. So you play music like that as you see this dead city, and that could be pretty cool.
Let's try this. Alright, try something like that.
Okay, yeah. He's up over the Chinese ghost city in Outworlder 3. That'll be great. Put a
Oh, yeah, okay, the Chinese ghost city.
Yeah,
I
that
didn't
was
see that.
like when you look at it, when Outworld and Diva first fly in, it looks completely abandoned. I mean, some of the buildings look like they've fallen down.
Yeah.
And some of it looks like it's in disrepair. And they got a cordon around there, and of course, as usual, they put some kind of fake messaging on there for like toxic spills and whatnot, so people wouldn't want to go near it.
Yeah, let me hear that. Let's try it.
It was like they fly into the city,
Right.
they drop down.
Yeah.
There's this one shuttle that's supposed to be leaving, carrying a drone shuttle, carrying these illegal weapons. It gets blown up before it gets off the pad,
Right on.
and then what they do is they fly in there, and most of the crew goes running. They're not really after the crew. What they really want is a military scientist who built built 6 illegal weapons, and they want to interrogate him. So they find him and they interrogate him and find out, what they were built for, why they're out there, and this guy's like, supposed to start whining and lamenting and say, "Look, I either work for these guys or I get executed for unethical experimentation." Could all work out. See what's good is that you can work it over dialogue like that so easily.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, and that's kind of the point where, like, I've always written, like, to write with a singer.
Yeah.
So they can put lyrics over top of what I'm playing.
But dialogue works every bit as well.
Because that thing I found out, when you're too busy on guitar, there's nowhere to put lyrics over top of it.
Right. Well,
You know what I'm saying?
Another thing is also sometimes people just want to hear the guitar.
Yeah, because it stands on its own.
Exactly. Well, the way you're doing it is more of a collaborative thing, where you can work in the voices and then just have the guitar work like raise the tension or something like that. Chronomax's manifesto.
Yeah.
Well, I think there's that part where he's like, it's kind of like Outworlder-4 is kind of like a Scorsese movie.
Okay.
And that the villain is always explaining himself.
Yeah.
You know, here's why I do it, man. Here's my manifesto. Here's what it's about. You know, and I just have that playing. Let's see. Out. Yeah. Outworlder-4, Chronomax's manifesto.
It's kind of got that vibe to it that it's kind of...
Yeah, it's going to work for it too. It really is.
And then, yeah, so what are you going to use to splice it up? What system do you use? What you're using now?
We save it here in iTunes, which goes into Final Cut Pro.
And that's where you mess with it.
And that's where we put in that music over whatever voice I choose for Chronomax, you know, and you know, because you hear some of these kids, you know, nowadays, like on YouTube, whatnot, and they talk. And we usually don't hear about them on YouTube or Facebook until after they've, you know, shot up a school or shot up a mall. So here's what I did, man. Somebody was an asshole, or somebody called me stinky in the 5th grade. I can't cope. So they all gonna die. Crap like that, you know, and they just excuse play, but. You can throw. Can
I hear that end part with the chords in there going? You know that part there? Let me hear that end part of the last piece.
Okay, I'm trying to pull that back up again. Let's see. There we go.
is kind of got that kind of.
Yeah, exactly. So this guy's explaining the chaos in his head.
Right?
You know? Yeah. It could work for that.
It does, man.
Yeah.
That's cool. Alright, give me another scene.
Okay, let's see what we got here. Let's see. Because I put the part we're gonna do there is like when let's see. Because there's that part like the part we play just now. Well, would be the part we play in when you find it when you get to this power plant he lives in.
Yeah.
And it kind of makes sense he take over a power plant because he has a chronoton generator built into his body.
Okay.
He's from the 26th century because you know how people go on these expensive vacations nowadays.
Right.
Well, that's not enough fun in the 26th century. No. Why do you want to waste time with a ship and waste time with planning and documentation, all that crap like that? You get a chronoton generator built, right onto the larger bones of your body, your shoulders and hips and whatnot. And you just charge that sucker up and you just calibrate it yourself and jump back in time or jump forward in time, cause a little mess, and So that's what this kid. There's a scene in there when Diva's telling Outworlder they've had a problem lately with the time traveling tourists. And if you remember in Sound of Thunder, the Bradbury piece, they tell you when you go back to the prehistoric era, they send these people back to the prehistoric era so they can shoot a dinosaur. Well, the reason they can safely shoot that dinosaur is because they know a tree's going to fall on it. So even if you don't shoot it or not, tree's still going to fall on it. Tree guys are still going to die. Everybody has to stay right on the path, though.
Yeah.
If they step on this path is sanitized. You step off the pad and you step on something else, you can change everything. Well, what happens is this one guy steps off the path when he's firing at the dinosaur. He trips and he stomps down and he gets a butterfly smashed on the bottom of his heel. The butterfly effect. He comes back, and as it turns out, there's an elite police force that's now, when they arrive back in the 20th century, is this elite police force that is there to arrest them because they've made an illegal time travel attempt and caused damage. Well, yeah, they caused damage, all right. The Third Reich won the damn war, and now they're not just policing.
No kid.
They're not just because one butterfly died, a certain other species didn't make it, a certain other things didn't go right. Bang! A whole other cascade of or the domino effect of other things went wrong. So what happens is you got these tourists that they don't care what they want to do. They've got the money, they're going to do it. So they go back, they mess things up, and then of course every now and then Outworlder Diva got to jump back in time. They realize something's wrong and fix it. Well, in Chronomax's case, he's going back in to do thrill kills. What happens? Remember, my Chronomax is this guy's got plenty of money, plenty of those kind of abilities, but he's not a creative kind of person. So he kind of is disgusted by everybody that is. He's also not good at talking to people. So one of the people he kills is a mediator. If there's nobody to mediate, between civilizations having problems, it just sends into chaos. So he has all these people have abilities he doesn't have. He wastes them. And so he explains his manifesto, why he's doing it, and why he's out there, and. Yeah, I didn't have a bad childhood, man. It was great, man. I can do whatever I want to. And, he's got a naturally parasitic tendency to him. He's going to destroy things. So, he used that piece for his manifesto.
Oh, that's Crazy Train by Ozzy.
Can't use that either.
You what?
Can't use that either.
No. Yeah, let's see if I can use something like some of that.
Okay, we're to record now.
Let's try this one. I've had this sitting around forever and I'm not really quite sure how to use it. Alright. like I said, I've had that sitting around forever too.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, it'll be interesting. There's one scene where Outworld and Diva are trying to follow Chronomax, through time.
Yeah.
And they follow him to all of his kills. So I figured, we could use, because he starts off in the morgue in Massachusetts, where they had this let's call this following Chronomax. And what happens is they follow him to these kills he does, and he ends up doing. What happens is they check one patient in the morgue, and they check the. What happens is Outworld is checking the brain of this woman's brain to see what the last thing was she saw. That's how they get an idea who Chronomax is.
Yeah, like going into her mind.
Exactly.
That behind it. I can see that.
Because he's tracing. Because remember, the last thing she would have seen is a person that killed her, so that'd be her last trace memory.
That would be that.
Yeah, and he can look in there and figure that out.
I'm having fun, man. I'm glad we did this.
Well, yeah, it's awesome. And plus, it'll make a hell of a special,
Right.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. You call this piece something like the musical inspirations of Outworld or something like that, because we can use this thing, because we got better than hours worth of footage in there so far.
Right.
It'll be great. But the thing of it is, though, is that they had that one we just did now. You can do that where they're following him from the morgue to follow where the crime scene happened, then follow to the next kill he does is in an art museum where this guy's setting up these holographic paintings.
Okay.
And what happens? They find the guy dead there, and then they follow it back further. They find a mediator. He's a guy who supposed to he's kind of mediate disputes. Is what they call it's what they call a diplomat.
Yeah.
They call it mediators further later on. But then of course they end up following the trail further because Chronomax at this point he's done several kills. He's got to recharge, so he's got to go forward to this planet. That he lives in this city, and he lives in the power plant. And he just, how they have been talking for years now about being able to transfer electrical power around without even having to use wires. So he just being in proximity to this energy source feeds his chronoton generators, and that's what he delivers his manifesto and shows these people he has frozen in resin plastic. Here's a slumlord trying to throw me out. Here's a lawyer trying to give me a hard time. Here's a shrink trying to bust my balls. And this little chick, Eleanor, trying to come out to my trust fund. And, yeah, he's pretty sick. What happens is he teleports them out of wherever they were and drops them right into resin. So
Interesting.
He freezes them forever. Hey, they'll think I'm doing them a favor. They'll be young for the rest of their lives. That's how sadistic this guy is. So I figured we could use that piece you did where they're following him back.
Alright, I'm just going to warm up, play a little bit.
Okay.
Don't worry, I wouldn't record anything. I may play some cover stuff.
Alright, cool.
But I'll let you know.
Alright, brother.
Now, the other thing I was going to say, is it better, like I can change the scoop of my tone. If I want to scoop it, like see here's where it's at now, turn it all the way up. Now if I scoop it, you hear what I'm saying? How it's thicker, throaty.
I think, it has a bit more bass to it, right?
Yeah.
Of course, the part it's good for vocal variety, right? So it doesn't sound the same all the time. Yeah, it's more bass and less treble, right?
Yeah, and then if I put it back in there, you see what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. It's like when you want to build tension, you use the bass, and then when something smashes down, you switch up to treble and percussions, and go from there.
I could, But I'm just gonna play some stuff. So like I said, don't record. That would record.
Okay.
see what else I was also thinking is, like I said, I still want to see if I can't do some lessons on YouTube and see if I get any, views or whatnot.
Oh, absolutely want to do that.
So, I'm trying to figure out where I should start from. Alright, let's do, you didn't record any of that, did you?
Not yet.
Okay, give me another scene.
Okay, let's see. I had one scene that was really fascinating when after Chronomax gets recharged.
Okay.
He decides to make 2 strikes. He decides to hit one shuttle coming back from the moon, and crash that. And then of course he realizes Outworlder's going to be following him soon enough. So he figures, okay, I'll go back and find the guy that created the comic book and try to wipe him out.
Is that you?
Well, actually, in this thing, what's going to happen is in Outworlder 2, you end up finding out that it was created as a comic book by a cop in New York.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you find out you find out at the end.
Now,
of
which
Outworlder
one has you in it?
That's Outworlder 4 when the shuttle when Diva and Dahlia bring the damaged shuttle down.
Okay.
They landed at Mid-America Airport, right? And
Yeah.
And then of course I'm sitting there standing next to Sophia. It's the tug the way I designed the tug. So
okay, yeah,
it has the long glass windows and it goes all up to the top, so you don't need a marshal. You can just look up and see it. And it's got a big electrical engine. You ever try with these shovel there, Rachel? No, just bothering you, honey. But
which one's Sophia? Which number?
506421.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because I'm raising Severine right now. It's 515505.
Yeah, that's a new one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, her and Marceline, that's 06. But what happens, I originally designed that tug back in like 94, 95, because I realized, okay, it's hard to see down where the trail hitch is to hook it up to the stairs or anything else like that, so illuminate that.
Right.
And of course, you put more windows. The great thing about it is they haven't got any blind spots on it. So, okay, we'll keep that feature, but you also put this raised glass so you can see all the way up, and you don't need a marshal that way. And then, so yeah, I had plenty of ideas. So I figured, okay, we'll show it there.
A band called Boston.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Let's see if I got any other kind of cool. I'm trying to think back even the stuff I wrote when I was like 16 and stuff.
No, that's some of the best stuff you ever do. Yeah, because what happens
It's
is
totally raw.
Exactly. I mean, you saw the whole growth process. You're starting off with just folding the fingers over there, and then you get into something that sounds like something. You're like, I could go with this. you ever see like was it the second season of Transformers or the third season or any of Aeon Flux?
Yeah, I used to watch that on the TV back then.
Yeah, that's me too. That was great. But like that piece right there. Hold on, let me just put this here.
Play it again once. I'm listening to it.
Okay, let me put a save on it first. Well, yeah, I was thinking, we might use that for like Chronamax's first kill or something like that. And,
all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
When he takes down his.
See, when I see Chronamax, I hear a lot of like metal riffs and like those dissonance sounds.
Yeah, exactly. Which is why some of this, with the stuff we're recording now, we can play it all the way through there.
Yeah, right.
You can just you can almost even randomly hook them together. Yeah, it's saving now on the iTunes. Here it comes. Because you see that like when he takes out his first victim, and while they're
this part here.
Yeah, like when the first victim's on the ground, and he's explaining, "Here's why I'm doing this. Here's everything great you would have accomplished.
Right.
But I shot you, so you're not going to. Here's all the people going to die because you're not there to save them from disease. You're never going to be a diagnostician. You're never going to be a virologist. You're just going to end right here. Here's everything. I took everything great you would have been. And then you could just use
that would work for that part.
Exactly.
Right on, man.
See, there's the chaos right there.
Yeah, definitely, man. That would work.
Yeah.
Let me think. Give me another scene.
All right, let's see what we can do here. Let's see. I know it's a because like they're making them shorter and faster now. So let's see. What am I do with There was last scene takes place in November 1976 when Joseph Hauser's in this. Remember I showed you.
So 1976.
Yeah, think about this.
56 is exactly what I think of, real quick. And you can't use. Hold on, you can't use this because here's what I think.
Oh, it's somebody else.
You know what that is?
It's the Sandman. Because what happens? The ending takes place in '76 when Joseph Hauser's sitting at his art table. Remember that picture I showed you when Chronamax bursts out and tries to attack him? And he ends up shooting with his pen. And so we're in 1976. So maybe we find something indicative of that era,
Don't record. I think that was Grateful Dead. It was.
Yeah, copyright problems galore with that one.
Yeah, that's I live. Yeah, that's exactly what that is. Don't do that. Alright, give me another scene. Let me think of something. Do you want something heavier and it blends into clean, or you want to start off clean?
Let's see. Actually, if we're gonna do, look at that scene when Chronamax just bursts out of like right out of the air and just comes right down. So you might start off with a loud clang or percussion or something like that, and then roll it in from there. Yeah, I'll start recording right now.
Okay, I just where you want.
Yeah.
Actually, I used a riff that I'd used earlier in the night, but
Uh-huh.
I put a little distortion to it and made it look a little more,
See that one real quick.
a little more gas in the tank, so to speak. You know, Shrek actually texted me to work the lift tonight,
Really?
but I told him I was working the sort, and he's like, okay.
Well, you know, it typically happens. You start one place, and then they need you someplace else.
Right. But it, you know, it feels good that I've worked myself up to where a number of managers can use my help. You know.
Absolutely. Because they used to happen a lot when
And my dad told me early on, I was like, trying to figure out how to make my stab at this place.
right.
And my dad said they got a high turnover rate. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
he knows
like-
that too. Yeah.
And I told him that, and I was like, yeah. He goes, then it's the easiest thing in the world to do. I was like, how do you mean? He goes, just show up to work.
Yeah. You'll be needed somewhere, you know.
And just show up to work and eventually outlast everybody. It may take a couple years.
Yeah.
As long as you'll outlast everybody else by just being consistent,
Yep.
something will happen.
It's like someone else doesn't bother to show up. Someone like you like some people that pull a no call, no show, whatever,
Right.
but you never do. And,
Right.
You know, or they have some kind of problem and you never do, and you show up, and it's like Woody Allen said, 90% of life is showing up.
Did he?
Yeah.
Okay, right. All right, so play that part there.
All right.
What do you hear when you hear this? Like what?
Well, like I said, the way you start it is, I'll show you right here. I'll pull this one up. See, it's like the whole thing starts when you're arriving in New York, and I had a scene there where it's the view is like this, and you see Washington Square Park, and then it's false. You see leaves flying up around you, and then you see the buildings down below. You zoom in, then you get in, boom, into Joe House's apartment. That's where Cronenberg was blasting right through.
Yeah.
Don, he fires. It goes over Joe House's shoulder. Hauser fires his pen right into his gut.
Okay.
Cronenberg is down on the ground, grabbing his gut, wondering what the hell happened. And Joseph House says, "You can act tactician or one of the many other abilities you don't have, Timothy." He's like, "You knew I was coming," And he ends up, that's where Joe Hauser explains to him, "Yeah, wait for you all night." Says,
Alright.
He said, "Was the Outworlder here? I don't need my son to take down a time-traveling serial killer. All I need is the oldest pen in the West." So, that could be ideal for that right there. And of course, the Outworlder does show up, and he just disintegrates Cronenberg off the face of the earth. And he's like, "Hey," the father's like, "Nice job, son. You didn't even mess up your mother's carpet." So you can definitely work with that. And then of course they leave at the end of it because you're in New York. What do? You go for a Starbucks. You go for a kosher hot dog. So he's walking beside
What
his
did you do
father.
attack us? This is a colony ship.
And then what
Leave you
ends
in
up happening
peace.
is, and what happens is they're walking through the city to get a Starbucks hot dog, and the thing is, and Joe House is like, it's just between you and me. How is it? Everybody's not shocked looking at you walking next to me. He says, "They don't see me looking like you do, Dad. As far as they know, they're looking at you. You're walking next to your partner, Giacomo." So they don't. He's basically just putting a false image out there that people can see, but it's gonna look pretty damn good though when I get it drawn. Who's that from?
No, I'm just playing, messing around.
Cool.
You wanna play, do something with it? You like it?
Yeah, let's give it a shot. Start recording now.
You like that?
Well, I'm thinking, you know, it's like you use that for like the scene after he takes Chronomax down, and you know, it's like the epilogue scene.
All right.
You know, where
it's kind of like I get what you're saying. Like kind of epilogue. Like,
you know, it'd be kind of like those scenes when in Batman Beyond. Remember when when Terry McGinnis and Bruce Wayne used to walk the city streets and that kind of thing. You know, like,
all right, awesome.
They'd be seeing it through different eyes, that kind of thing.
Yeah, play that again. Let me hear that.
Because it's lighter than the other tones. You know, the danger's already over.
Right.
Just walking the streets. You know, two guys and. You can use a lot of this in Outworlder 4.
I like that part there.
Yeah. Because they're walking the streets in 1976, and you know, it's like something. It looks like something out of a Scorsese movie,
Right.
You know, you're gonna see the real big cars, you know, with all the chrome on them. You know, back then there was you have a lot of in New York City there was a lot of graffiti back then, a lot of damage, and places in the renovation. So.
Let's play that again, and I'm gonna change a few parts up.
Okay, you want to play it again?
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to call it back up. Here we go.
Let me know when.
Okay, we'll play it again first. There we go.
Attention on deck!
As you were, cadet. Amazing, isn't it? My ship gets ambushed in space. We get tractor beamed.
I don't think I did that.
No, it's playing two pieces of its own.
So I like that riff there.
It works.
That right there. Alright, tell me when you're ready to go. I'll play
Okay.
it. You ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, this is fun, man. You know what this is doing for my... It's also helping my guitar playing out. And trying to get me to think in different ways. With the same kind of music I normally write, but... You know, somebody else would perceive that. You know, and that's wicked.
Probably use that for like epilogue music or something like that, you know?
Something.
Yeah, it's like at the end of each episode, you use that. But it's good to have a big music library like that, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, let me hear that. I like that. That's kind of a cool riff.
It is. Because you can still get your dialogue over it, but it's still it's still speaking to you. You know, it works well for that.
Yeah, I think that's a cool riff, man.
It is. It's got potential with that. We'll see that one too.
That's Ozzy, though.
Okay, I'll just delete that off.
Yeah. That's a song called Suicide Solution. It goes,
Oh, that's what that is. Okay. Yeah, we're getting a phone call here at 2 o'clock in the morning. Are you bastard? Where'd you get that? Oh, your disciples there.
right?
It needs a balanced night, not bat heads. What, Rachel?
What time is it? 6:30?
Yep.
About 6, man. Well, eventually I'm gonna get something to eat. I gotta eat before I go in there, because I'm gonna go into work
Yeah.
for the sort. But you only live like what, 5-10 minutes?
Actually, all
away?
you got to do is you drive out of here, you go up St. Charles Rock Road. When you get to the intersection where Brown Road is,
Yeah.
turn left, go straight down there, keep going to Brown. You're going to see Natural Bridge. Keep going. You go up the hill, and then you turn. You pass like Rowley's is here. Waffle House is there.
Waffle House and all that.
Yeah, you just you just go over the overpass, make a right, go all the way around the airport. You'll drop clean in.
Great, awesome.
Yeah, you start at 8 o'clock, right?
8:30.
Yeah.
Let's see. Give me another scene and maybe I can.
All right, let's see.
Because that helps me out, because I kind of get the vibe from that. That's like.
Oh yeah. Well, that's like when when they have the music composers read the scripts and stuff like that. Sometimes remember when they said when John Williams read the script for E.T., he ended up writing the score before the whole movie was even finished. He got the idea for E.T.'s theme before the movie was even done, before he'd even seen one frame shot. So what ended up happening was he wrote that one of the pieces of music for that end scene when E.T. and the kids are trying to escape on the bikes from the feds. And what happened was when Spielberg heard the music and then he saw his movie, he decided, wait a minute, I got to re-edit this movie to fit this music better, because I need to add some feds here and put a camera angle there, and and have them behind the feds here, so it's more of a startle when the kids come up over the cars. Because originally he was thinking of having tracking the camera behind the bicycles and having them go up that way, but the way Williams wrote the theme for the whole thing, it was more attention to put it the camera behind the feds and have them fly up. So yeah, sometimes you give somebody inspiration to go in it from there. But let's see, there was this idea I had for let's see. Like Outworlder 3 is a court drama, and because Outworlder 3 is after they catch Admiral Travers, it's a court martial drama.
Okay.
And unfortunately, you've seen like most of your court dramas. All you really hear is a lot of shoes striking a lot of wood boards. There's not a lot of music in those things.
No, there really isn't.
Yeah, and I think we need to change that. It's like you make one piece, you can just loop it all the way through during the trial. Something that's thematic. And
courtroom drama.
because they always have. They did a great trailer for A Few Good Men, and they played this really dramatic music. But then when you saw the movie, like the music didn't swell up until the end. But you still had some really excellent drama there. But in case of what I do, yeah, if you got some music to play all the way through the thing, you'd rather do that. Okay, because what happens is in Outworlder 3, they don't have lawyers anymore. You screw up, you got to plead your own case.
Oh yeah.
So they got a prosecutor, which is what the job Outworlder takes on. But the accused, Admiral Travers, has got to basically represent himself, and he just pulls at every straw he can to save himself one way or another. So he kind of
try this, yeah.
Kind of has to play plead his own case in that, and then.
All right. Well, here's a piece I'm gonna write. I kind of got that in mind, but you might hear something different.
Okay, I'll start recording it now.
Maybe you can use something like that.
Yeah.
So sounds country as all get out to me. But.
Yeah, well, you're right. Well, let's see. Well, they got space westerns, you know. So
now I can take that same piece and do it with my fingers.
yeah, we usually save this first before you start playing anything else.
All right, and get a little different tone out of it, different feel.
Yeah, it's like a space cowboy kind of thing.
Alright, let me know when you're ready.
Just be a moment. I'm still saving iTunes now. That works. Okay, we're set.
Alright, try something like that.
Yeah, keep it steady on that.
When I've heard it out here in about a half hour, get something to eat.
Yeah. Okay.
Are you playing it?
Okay. Okay, a new screen. Anytime you're ready to start playing.
Do you want to play the same thing, or do you want to kind of hear that one? Do I just
Oh,
play?
you can play that one back for you. You can do it right here. And
Or actually, you already said, let's do that over again. I can get it better.
okay, I'll just shut it off here. There we go. And we'll start all over again anytime you're ready.
good as I like, but it'll work. I need to learn like what I need to learn is like some more country picking.
Actually, what you can do with that one is, remember that one I told you about for, it was Outworlder-6?
Maybe.
When that crew drops down to that planet and finds out the whole thing's dead?
Yeah.
Bang, right there, Space Cowboys.
Alright.
There you go. Outworlder-6. There we go. That's it. Outworlder-6. The planet is dead. Because you do that scene where they're doing the test of the soil and finding out that everything's not, because like the probe, when it first found it, it was vital and alive. They come back, they actually bring the ship out there. No, it's gone. So yeah, we could definitely use that. So they're coming down off the ship and they're doing...
I like that. The Space Cowboys.
Space Cowboy, that's it. I mean, these guys are on a new settlement, new planet. They thought that all the probes that came there ahead of time said it was full of lush life and plenty of animal life, flora, fresh water. They get there, start doing test samples because the grass is all dead. It shouldn't be.
Yeah.
They suddenly realize, no, not just the grass, the trees. There's no life in the water. Yeah, that'd be great for that.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I like that. That's kind of that'll work, man.
You remember Firefly? Yeah, or the it was back in the early 2000s. Nathan Fillion and his crew of they had a ship called the Serenity. It was named after the Serenity Valley, where their imperialistic government stomped out the last people that wanted democracy.
Yeah.
And they were called the rebels were called the Brown Coats. And they wore these brown leather jackets, and they just whoever didn't get killed basically tried to separate in numerous different directions. They always played that that kind of country rock theme kind of thing.
All right.
Throughout some of that stuff, and yeah, you ever get a chance to. Well, it's got to be on Netflix or Hulu or something like that. Or it's also on DVD. But they did a movie called Serenity, and then of course before that they did one season of episodes, and they had country rock kind of music like that. And they played through it sometimes.
something like that.
Actually, that's the whole last half hour to 6. Like when like as soon as Outworlder and Diva arrive and Outworlder decides to show them his travels.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it right there, man.
All right.
Because frees up the minds of everybody else who's been taken, and yeah.
It does kind of sound like that kind of hypnotic thing too.
Exactly. It's got a psychedelic quality to it. Yeah, it's like it's
I think it's just to hear all this stuff once you get it worked out.
Yeah, well, I think it's going to take years to make all the movies, but yeah, it would totally kick ass. The thing is, this thing has so much vocal variety between the guitar solos you're doing, which can fit right in with the dialogue scenes,
yeah,
and then the other ones I got from Premium Beats and stuff like that I was using for the for like a lot of the action scenes, so that you could practically you could literally make this a wall to wall music. It's like Transformers the movie. Like Transformers the movie was. It was almost wall to wall music. And that was great. There you go. Because it would totally work. I mean, first they're watching his travels and it really fascinates them.
Right.
And then of course he decides to really give them the total experience, which is he allows them to aside from just seeing it and hearing it, he also allows them to feel all the physical strain and pain that goes with it. He decides to show the planets with the pain and suffering and people live in situations of unfairness and whatnot. Yeah.
I'll just do that. I don't really know. I mean, just light something.
Huh?
Go ahead and just lay that down.
Okay.
That's really all I had.
That's okay.
I was just playing around. You can record that if you want. Did you?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Well, you ever see Lethal Weapon? How they had so many of Eric Clapton's.
Oh, speaking of Lethal Weapon,
You remember that?
you know Mel Gibson was supposed to be Batman before Michael Keaton.
Well, it was all they were talking about him, and also Steven Seagal was looked at. And,
Steven Seagal, really?
yeah, you gotta remember that was. You remember he'd only at that point he'd only done Above the Law, and maybe one other picture. Yeah, so he he was. They looked at him. They looked at one point, believe it or not, Bill Murray.
For Batman?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, well, the thing is, they'd also seen him in Razor's Edge when he went serious. Bill Murray did this piece where he plays an ambulance driver in World War One.
All right.
And then of course it's kind of a heavyweight kind of thing where he becomes part of the lost generation living over in Europe. He doesn't fit in anymore.
Yeah.
So he just stays over there, and he decides not to go and come back to America with everybody else because he really didn't feel like he had anything left there anymore. So he just stayed. So he stayed there and became part of that lost generation.
Right on.
Yeah. Well, I gotta show you your credit.
What now?
Yeah, I gotta pull it up for you.
Oh, the Josh Miller like guitar and all that.
Well, I'll show you this. It's let's see if I can find this here. Because they have the end credits on Outworlder 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta pull this. See if I can find this one here. This might be it. Turn the camera. There it is. There you go.
Let me see if I can make it over if I can see it better.
Yeah.
Actually, it'd probably be easier for me to go around.
I just pull the zoom in on it. There, see if this works.
Just get it?
Yeah, let's see.
Oh, there we go.
So you loosen this up and pull it up.
Here. I'll just walk around. I can go around, can't I?
Yeah, sure.
That'd be easier.
Shh, Rachel.
Alright. Alright.
But, yeah, there it is.
Nice.
So you got the stuff from Final Cut Pro, which we always been using. Then
Right.
Your guitar solos. Then you got the other stuff from Public Domain from Premiere Beat.
Right.
So you got plenty of music variety in the films.
Right on, man.
Yeah, because like the last time, all we had was the stuff we picked up from. It was just the stuff we had from. Came off of Facebook. It came off the Final Cut Pro, which we made the last one with, and that's not a lot of variety when you think about it, So this time we've got a great deal more.
Right on, man. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna get something to eat.
That's a good idea.
I'll probably take a nap before work.
Yeah, that's always a good idea. Thanks a lot, brother.
Yeah, dude.
That was fantastic. Gothamites, only 5 paintings remained for the completed visuals on Outworlder 2, Diva Rising. Half of the scenes have already been voiced, some of them using my voice and some using text-to-speech software through this Apple computer. We're targeting for later this month in July for a debut. Look for my updates on the Gotham Filmworks Facebook page, and they'll give you links to where the premiere is on YouTube. Until then, gratitude for your continued interest, and good night, Gotham City, wherever you are.